Tasnuba, Sinha, who is a senior initiative manager at We Define and We Connect, BRAC Institute of Governance and Development. She previously worked at DAI and FHI 360 and Startup Dhaka, focusing on digital tools, financial inclusion, and entrepreneurship. Tasnuba holds an executive MBA from North-South University and a bachelor's in economics from BRAC University. Please, let's acknowledge the presence of Tasnuba with a round of applause as she does the recap for us.
Hi, good morning everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of Access to Agency, Empowering Women Through Digital Inclusion. It's been so special seeing this event come to life here in Accra. And as Dr. Imran mentioned or reminded us yesterday, that this isn't only a one-off conference for us. It's a part of BIGD's bigger effort to build stronger partnerships across the Global South. And day 1 really showed us the power of that. We started with very strong remarks, and Madam Sadia, speaking on behalf of Ghana's Ministry of Gender, reminded us why gender needs to be a central part of the digital policy. We then heard from Dean Carlin, who gave a keynote, and that really made us think. He said, targeting and good intentions are not just enough. Just because something is built for women, it doesn't mean that it will reach to them or it will help them. As he puts it, 3 clicks to a loan, it is very exciting, but it's also very scary. He reminded us that we need the right kind of research, the research that shows not just what works, but why and for whom. We then had Kim Cole, who walked us through We Define and We Connect, two of our research initiatives that doesn't only support research studies, but it also goes beyond and tries to find more inclusive ways of how we are doing this research. We then had a session on measurement, and a question really stuck with me. What are we really trying to learn? It reminded us that how we measure women's empowerment, it matters. Yes, it does. But why are we measuring it in the first place? We then had a panel on from measurement to impact that brought researchers and policymakers into the same room, and we talked about how we can turn these data into actionable insights that could really work in the world. We then heard from Madam Esther from MasterCard Foundation, and her keynote that really hit home. She reminded us that digital literacy isn't just about knowing how to use a phone. It's about knowing why we are using the phone and what that usage means. So how do you stay safe? How do you move money around? What are the risks? She also said that trainings must happen in places where women feel more comfortable. So for example, schools, clinics, community groups. And she also pushed us to keep things simple, making it easier for women to open accounts. And she emphasized on how we should stop doing pilots over and over again. And this is the time when we scale up things that matter, like things that are proven, and we actually focus on scaling them up. She said something that I think I will carry with me from this conference. Design must start with her, design must keep her at the center, and design must end with her. We ended the day with a very strong session on women's usage of smartphones. And the message from that session was very clear. The women who face the biggest challenges are the ones who benefit the most from the digital access. But access, as we know it, is still tied to bigger issues like norms, literacy, education, and income. The research showed that smartphone gap is smaller in places where gender equality is more stronger. So the big question for all of us is, how do we design digital tools and policies when we know women are already starting with less? And of course, no digital event is complete without a little tech hiccup. So yes, we had our moment with the display, but that was, for me at least, it was like a reminder that even digital empowerment has its own buffering moments. Behind every session yesterday was a team, our team, both IPA and BIGD, working very hard to create a space for honest and practical conversations. And today, we build on that, with sessions focusing on policy, scaling up good ideas, and making sure that digital inclusion works in real life. So thank you for being here with us. Let's begin day 2.